Janet, calm down, okay? Are you sure? Because I am beginning to have the same feelings like the first one. Be cool, calm down. Inugo, Hagabia. That has been the fate of Janet. This will be the second time she has waited for her fiancé on her dowry day, and he is yet to show up with his people. It is the final marriage traditional rite that declares her his wife, the third wine carrying, Izonato, but Izu is yet to come. Hours turned into almost a day. As her cream dress tore into the room where she was kept, she suddenly slumped. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Enugu State, there lived a beautiful, respectful, hard-working girl by the name Janet. Janet lived happily with both parents and two other sisters, but she was the oldest. Loved by her parents, adored by her sisters, Janet seemed to be laden with ill luck. She was always unfortunate when it came to relationships. It either ended before it started, or it would break down at the point of breakthrough. It seemed like some kind of curse, a demonic pattern that had almost wrecked her life. The rejection of Izu marked the second time she was disappointed heavily, a situation that could hardly paint her in a good light in the eyes of her community or friends. But because she was loved, Janet was able to get over it, even after attempting suicide. Both parents sat her down after that attempt. "It does not worth it," her father said firmly. "Do you think if you take your life, those men will care? Please, my daughter, your life is worth more. God forbid my daughter staining our lineage. It will not happen. They are good men." Thinking about it alone made Janet sick. She sobbed while they talked. Her mother held her to her bosom. After that incident, Janet slowly recovered and dedicated her strength to her work. She worked as a receptionist in a big firm and was one of their best. Although she had the opportunity to meet people of different calibers, no serious relationship came up. "Do not worry, my daughter," her mother once said during a heart-to-heart talk. "The right man will come," she said politely, smiling at her daughter. "When, Mama? When?" And hysterical Janet almost screamed, putting her mother off guard. "My daughter, are you all right?" the surprised mother asked. "When will I marry, Mama? Is it when I am old?" "Don't talk like that, Janet. Or is it when my younger siblings marry before me? I am tired," she screamed, sobbing. "Oh, my daughter. Uraga ejukwanu onumyang." The corpse will get tired of sleeping, meaning one day you will marry and stay married. It is not something to rush into. You have your whole life to live with that man. Do not fret yourself, dear. That was one of her outbursts after the heavy disappointment from Ekene. The morning that started with excitement, giggling, girls' gossip, music, gifts coming in batches, exotic traditional dishes, canopies mounted and decorated fit for a queen, ended in tears and loud hysterical screams when Ekene never showed up. "I pray you never experience such again. Amen," the sister chorused sadly as they watched their older sister in pain. But it wasn't long before Janet met the love of her life, an ideal man, kind, humble, and to say the least, wealthy. A dream man every woman wished for. And at that moment, her story changed. It was at her best friend's traditional marriage that she met Ken, and from that moment, their fate was sealed. Janet was among the maidens serving visitors at the RSVP table, and that was how she met Ken. She was selling boiled eggs, a ceremony performed during traditional marriage with other girls. But that day, she unknowingly went in Ken's direction, and suddenly their eyes locked, and the rest was history.
After the ceremony, Ken could not get her out of his mind. He went directly to Chioma, the bride, and inquired, "One of your maidens had captured my mind." Chioma smiled. From his description, she instantly knew who he meant. "Are you serious right now, Ken?" "I do not play with such matters. Is she married? Am I late, Chi?" he asked worriedly. "No, But I need to know how serious you are before sending her your message. That was it. Both were introduced to each other by Chioma and her husband at a friendly party in their new home. They had the opportunity to chat, and that was how their courtship started. Janet was in love, but scared. I hope it doesn't happen again, Mama. It won't, my daughter. My in-law is a good man, from his manners. Look at you, Mama. Janet and her siblings chuckled. You're already calling him your in-law. Amen, Mama. Amen. Within 2 months of their meeting, Janet's life was transformed in ways she never expected. Ken did not withhold his hand from giving her lavish gifts, clothing, jewelry, the best of all. She saw that he was madly in love with her. But Janet had a resistant heart. Not cold, but something felt off. It was his looks. He was ugly, Janet felt. She even confided in her friends, chuckling. He is kind, pure-hearted, but he is ugly. You must be joking, Chioma laughed during one of their girls' outings. But later, the tone grew serious. Up till now, you've met men who treated you like nothing. And now, this kind man comes, and the only thing you notice is that he is ugly. Must all men be beautiful? Money is a man's beauty, Ni. Sandra spoke up. If you think he is ugly, then step aside, girlfriend. They all chuckled, but little did they know Janet meant her words. 3 months after their meeting, Ken proposed during a romantic dinner. Janet never expected it so soon. Her friends rejoiced, her family danced. The traditional and white weddings were set. It was an elaborate ceremony. Ken made her and her family proud. He wiped away her shame in the community, and her famous wedding spread everywhere. But while Ken was bent on making the woman he loved happy, he did not know that Janet had a sinister plan. Not long after the marriage, she conceived and bore a handsome baby boy. The family rejoiced. The second and third children arrived. Ken was over the moon with his growing family. But while he loved his household, little did he know that his wife was cheating on him. Not only was she cheating, the 3 kids he thought were his were never his. After marrying him, Janet reunited with one of her old boyfriends, a good-looking man, the type Janet always wanted. She decided to have her babies with her boyfriend in order to get beautiful children. She got what she wanted, sleeping with a man and having kids in her husband's house. Kids that were not his blood. She played her cards well, but every secret has an expiry date. One day, one of the kids got sick and blood was needed. That was how her secret was exposed. The child's blood never matched that of her husband. It came as a shock. She broke down in tears. I'm sorry, she pleaded. I have wronged you badly. But that was not all. The 3 kids were not his. Ken was thrown into shock. He immediately flew her in-laws to his home. The news was devastating. The parents were ashamed. Where did I go wrong? Was all he could say. The trauma was too much for him to handle. I have grown to love these kids as mine. While we slept in the same bed, Janet, you had another man's pregnancy, knowingly sleeping with a man while sharing the same bed? You are a snake. I regret the day I met you. After the first shock, Ken could hardly hold himself. He went into his room, took a few things, and left. While the kids cried, calling Daddy, Ken looked back, folded them in his arms, kissed their heads, and walked away, leaving the house. That was the last time Janet saw him. Her parents never forgave her. You ungrateful child, now that you have destroyed everything, then go and tell their father, the man who impregnated you, to take responsibility while he takes care of you with his money. You are here bearing another man's children in his house. He has left the house for you, and I wish him a better life. Now let me see if that fool who wasted your life will come and marry you." But he never did.
When Janet contacted him and told him their plan had been exposed, he never wanted to be a part of it. The next thing, he blocked Janet and never answered her calls. Every effort she made to reach him failed. She became frustrated with each passing day, with no hope of coming out of her predicament. There is a way that seems right to a man, but the end is destruction. Alas, remember that whatsoever seed a man sows, he will reap. Be truthful in dealing with people. Do not plan behind someone's back, especially someone who has protected you, because it will bounce back. If you like this story, please share, comment, and stay tuned. Tell me what you learnt, and see you next time. Bye for now.